Welcome back, intrepid explorers, to Major Mole's domain, the nexus where ancient secrets and modern curiosity converge. In our last adventure, we unearthed the first half of the top 10 Oak Island mysteries, unraveling the island's ancient legends and curses, diving into the depths of legendary pits, ancient curses, and tales of hidden treasures that span the globe. Today, we continue our quest, venturing further into the mysteries that cloak this enigmatic island. From the tales of Viking explorers to secret societies and lost manuscripts, we're peeling back the layers of history and speculation that have made Oak Island a beacon for those who seek the unknown. Prepare yourselves for part 2, as we explore more legends that have captivated the world and fueled the fires of imagination for centuries. Let's set sail once again into the heart of Oak Island's mysteries. Number 6. The Viking Connection. The winds of history carry us back to the age of the Vikings. Fierce Norse explorers and warriors renowned for their seafaring prowess and their expeditions across the North Atlantic. Among the most tantalizing theories surrounding Oak Island is the suggestion that it once played host to these legendary voyagers. This theory proposes that the Vikings, during their explorations of North America, which are historically documented in L'Anse aux Meadows in Newfoundland, could have ventured further south to Oak Island, depositing treasures or artifacts within its soil. Support for the Viking connection is speculative but intriguing. Proponents point to the Norsemen's well-documented ability to navigate far-flung Atlantic waters, as well as their practice of burying valuables for safekeeping, as aligning with the mysterious undertakings on Oak Island. Furthermore, the discovery of what some believe to be runic inscriptions in the region adds a layer of intrigue, suggesting the presence of Norse explorers long before other European contact. The allure of this theory lies not just in the potential of Viking treasure, but in the broader implications of such a find. It would challenge existing narratives about the extent and nature of Viking exploration of the Americas, offering a new chapter in the pre-Columbian history of the continent. Additionally, the Vikings' known use of sophisticated navigation and engineering techniques sparks imagination about the types of artifacts that could be hidden on the island. From rune-carved stones to precious metals, or even Viking longships buried in the earth as part of ritual offerings or emergency caches. Critics of the Viking connection cite a lack of concrete archaeological evidence on Oak Island directly linked to Norse culture. However, the theory remains a captivating aspect of the island's lore, embodying the spirit of adventure and exploration that defines the Viking Age. It invites us to consider the global tapestry of maritime exploration and the interconnectedness of history long before the modern era. Number 7. Maritime Legend of Captain Kidd. Sailing into the realm of piracy, the legend of Captain William Kidd, one of history's most infamous pirates, is deeply entwined with the lore of Oak Island. The theory that Captain Kidd buried part of his vast treasure on the island has captivated treasure hunters for generations, adding a layer of swashbuckling intrigue to the island's mysteries. Kidd, who was executed in 1701 for piracy, allegedly claimed he had hidden a fortune so vast that only the devil and he could locate it. This legend is fueled by historical accounts suggesting that Kidd frequented the waters around Nova Scotia and the abundant inlets and islands that could serve as perfect hiding spots for his ill-gotten gains. The theory posits that Oak Island, with its complex network of booby traps and flood tunnels, could be the ultimate depository for Kidd's treasure, hidden away in the hopes of one day reclaiming it. Proponents of the Captain Kidd theory often point to the money pit and its elaborate engineering as evidence of pirate involvement. The sophistication of the pit's design, they argue, indicates a level of resourcefulness and determination consistent with a pirate captain's efforts to secure his plunder from rival pirates and colonial authorities. Furthermore, the discovery of the inscribed stone, often interpreted as a clue or marker left by the pirates, adds to the allure of this theory. Despite the romantic appeal of the Captain Kidd legend, skeptics highlight the lack of direct evidence linking Kidd to Oak Island. No definitive archaeological finds have been made to confirm the presence of pirate treasure, and some argue that the complexity and cost of constructing something as elaborate as the money pit would have been beyond the means and intentions of 17th century pirates. Number 8. The lost treasure of the Aztecs. Venturing into the heart of Mesoamerican civilizations, the theory of the lost treasure of the Aztecs on Oak Island presents a captivating narrative that bridges the gap between the New World and this enigmatic island. According to this theory, part of the vast wealth of the Aztec Empire, possibly taken by Spanish conquistadors and later lost or hidden by those who sought to protect it from European hands, found its final resting place on Oak Island. This treasure, rumored to include gold, jewels, and priceless artifacts of ancient Aztec civilization, is said to be concealed within the island's depths, far from the reach of the conquering Spaniards. The origin of this theory is steeped in the historical accounts of the immense wealth that the Spanish encountered upon their arrival in the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan. The subsequent looting and disappearance of these treasures have fueled countless legends, with some suggesting that a portion of this wealth was secreted away by those who wished to keep it from falling into Spanish hands. According to proponents of the theory, these individuals or their descendants could have chosen Oak Island as the ultimate hiding place, constructing the money pit and its complex network of traps to secure their secret. Support for the Aztec connection is bolstered by the discovery of artifacts on Oak Island that some argue could be of Central American origin, as well as the island's elaborate flood tunnels, which seem to suggest a level of engineering sophistication consistent with an attempt to protecting something of great value. The theory also draws on historical narratives of secret voyages and undocumented maritime routes that could have facilitated the movement of such a treasure from the Aztec Empire to the shores of Nova Scotia. Despite its allure, the Aztec treasure theory faces skepticism due to the lack of concrete evidence linking Oak Island directly to Mesoamerican civilizations or their artifacts. Critics argue that while the hypothesis is intriguing, it's more likely that the island's mysteries have origins closer to the time of European colonialization and exploration. Number 9. The Rosicrucian connection. Amidst the myriad of theories that swirl around Oak Island, the Rosicrucian connection offers a blend of mysticism, alchemy, and historical intrigue. The Rosicrucians, a secret society that emerged in early 17th century Europe, were known for their esoteric knowledge, combining elements of mysticism, alchemy, and spiritualism. They claimed to possess secret wisdom passed down from ancient times, including the secrets of the universe, the elixir of life, and the philosopher's stone. The theory suggests that the Rosicrucians, seeking a secluded place to hide their most sacred relics and manuscripts, chose Oak Island as their sanctuary. This theory gains traction from several intriguing clues and anomalies associated with the island. Firstly, the intricate design of the money pit and its flood tunnels reflects a level of engineering and symbolic complexity that some argue is consistent with the Rosicrucian philosophy and knowledge of sacred geometry. Moreover, certain symbols and markings found on Oak Island have been loosely interpreted as aligning with Rosicrucian symbolism, including references to the rose cross, alchemical symbols, and geometric patterns. Additionally, proponents of the Rosicrucian theory often cite historical connections between key figures associated with the early days of the Oak Island treasure hunt and the Rosicrucians. They speculate that these individuals could have been members or affiliates of the society tasked with protecting its secrets. The theory is further bolstered by accounts of Rosicrucian interest in the New World as a place of spiritual significance and potential utopia, suggesting that Oak Island might have been chosen for its remote location and natural defenses. Despite the compelling narrative woven by the Rosicrucian theory, it remains one of the more speculative connections to Oak Island, with direct evidence of Rosicrucian activity on the island remaining elusive. Critics point out that the symbols and engineering feats attributed to the Rosicrucians could also be explained by other historical or cultural influences. Number 10. The Shakespearean manuscripts. Topping our list is the enthralling theory that ties the mysteries of Oak Island to one of the greatest literary figures in history, William Shakespeare. This theory posits that the island may conceal manuscripts that would prove Sir Francis Bacon as the true author of Shakespeare's works. Proponents of this theory suggest that Bacon, a philosopher, scientist, and contemporary of Shakespeare, used the pseudonym to publish his plays and poems, seeking to avoid the controversies and social stigmas associated with the arts during his time. This theory is rooted in the Baconian cipher, a complex system of steganography developed by Bacon, which some believe was used to encode hidden messages within the text of Shakespeare's plays. According to this theory, Bacon chose Oak Island as the repository for the original manuscripts of these plays, along with documents that would reveal the truth of their authorship. The Money Pit, with its intricate engineering and booby traps, is thought to have been constructed to protect these priceless works from being discovered. Supporters of the Shakespearean manuscripts theory point to cryptic inscriptions and symbols found on Oak Island that they interpret as being linked to Bacon and his known interests in cryptography and secret societies. They also reference historical accounts suggesting Bacon had the means, motive, and opportunity to orchestrate such an elaborate scheme, including his ties to the Rosicrucians and his documented interest in the New World as a place of utopian potential. Despite the captivating narrative it weaves, the theory of Shakespearean manuscripts hidden on Oak Island remains among the more speculative. Critics argue that the evidence is largely circumstantial and that the connections made between Bacon, Shakespeare, and Oak Island require leaps of faith that go beyond the available historical and archaeological evidence. And there we have it, the conclusion of our journey through Oak Island's ancient legends and curses. From the depths of the Money Pit to the speculative heights of Shakespearean manuscripts, we've traversed time, theory, and the tantalizing unknown. Oak Island remains a beacon for the curious, a symbol of the unpredictable human desire to uncover the secrets of our past. Thank you for joining us on this adventure into history's enigmatic heart. If you've been captivated by the mysteries of Oak Island, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more explorations, and ring the bell to never miss an adventure with us. Until our paths cross again, keep the spirit of discovery alive. And remember, the greatest treasures are often found not in the ground, but in the journey. Farewell, fellow adventurers.